Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. I am excited. Are you?
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
So, I've been at this now for, a year and a couple of months now, and I am just so blessed by all of you on a daily basis. I don't think you guys realize how inspiring you are to me. So many different ways. I mean, you're generous, you're kind, you're giving, uh, great philosophy, great words. You put me on to so many good bourbons, but you also put me on to some great things for life, which I absolutely appreciate. You guys are amazing. And you know what? This giveaway, it just shows me on such a deep level how fantastic you guys are. I said I'm gonna do a giveaway at 2,000, and I put in a couple of bottles, and the next thing I know, there's people donating and donating and donating and donating. And this thing got really big really quick. And I'm very, very thankful for that. I am so very thankful because it just shows what the bourbon community is about. You guys are a giving community. You want people to have a nice, like I said, bourbon's kind of a facilitator. It brings people together so you have maybe deeper conversations or just a good laugh, a good time, something to look back and reflect on later. Sometimes it brings you together in a way that maybe you don't have because we don't know how much time we have on this planet. We're not, that's the one currency we can't buy more of it. We don't know how much we have, and it's invaluable. I mean, and you want to spend that currency wisely. And bourbon kind of helps with that thing. Of course, if you're being responsible with it, but I mean, it brings people together. You have a few laughs. You talk maybe about something serious. Maybe you work on something serious or you're working through something serious, but it opens you up to a lot of different things. And you guys, like I said, you guys just take the mantle and you guys just run with it. And I'm so very thankful. So I kind of want to give a breakdown of the bottles that'll be, this is the video. So you got to know that, number one. This is the video. There'll be a comment that you're going to have to put in here. Must be 21, must be continental US. Member of this channel. You've got to be a member of the channel. Like and then the certain phrase in the comments. That's kind of the way I always do it. There's going to be, wow, 10 things that are given away on this. And so, first name draw, first winner. Second name drawn, second winner. And all the way down to 10. And so, you're still going to get something nice all the way at the very end, which I think is outstanding. But if I don't hear back from somebody within a week, they forfeit that spot, and then the next person gets to move up. So last time this went really smooth. Within like 2 days, everything was claimed, and it was fantastic. I'm hoping that's the same on this. But sometimes, life gets in the way. I try to leave that week's worth of window where people can come back and reflect on that. But that video, that drawing will be on the 15th. So looking forward to that. Looking to do it on a live as I get more information. I'll put that out there. But this is the primary video that you need to be on because this is where you're just going to be drawn off of. But let me get into the bottles. So the first bottle here, this is a Knob Creek. This is a Longhorn. This was one of the bottles that I put in. And I said, this is just neat because you don't see these very often. This is a Longhorn 100 proofer. It's a 9-year. It's something that's made exclusively for Longhorn that they have on their bars when you go in to get a steak. And I thought, this would be a neat gift for someone that have something just neat on their bar that you don't see all the time. I'm like, this would be pretty cool. So I put this one in. I'm like, cool. Let me put this over the side because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And so I'm sipping on this is a Buzzard's Roost cigar. This is the last of the bottle. Dave Vogel saying thank you very much for that. So I said, what? Another one. A lot of people know this, Buffalo Trace. It's harder to find in some places than others. But the cool part about this and unique part about this is that it's a 1 liter bottle. You see the 750s. Sometimes you see the handles, the 1 liter, 1.75s. But you don't see the 1 liters very often. And I happen to pick up some of these. And I thought this would be a nice giveaway for someone because it's a different size to have on the bar. It's a solid pour. It's kind of that, we talk about the entry drugs, into bourbon. This would be like one of your entry bourbons, to kind of get you into things. It's got some good classic bourbon flavors. And I said, this would be a nice pour to give away. But that's where everything kind of went sideways. That's where you guys kind of took over. And I mean, like I said, I'm just absolutely flabbergasted and blown away. So I'll tell you what, we'll start. There's no random order in here, but this is an old Overholt 114. You don't see these very often. You find them a lot of times on military installations. I found one when I was at Fort Stewart visiting my daughter and son-in-law and the Grandboys, and I really enjoyed this pour. I thought it was a very good pour. And Nestor, who's a member of the channel, you'll see him in the Cruiser Dog sometimes, a big Georgia fan. He donated this to the channel, and on top of this, he also put in, and I don't have it down here, it's still upstairs. He also put in a sample for the sample pack, because that's the 10th gift, is there's going to be a 6-pack sample pack. And one of those 2-ounce pours is a 139 proof Stag store pick that he got at Bankhead. And he literally cracked that today and poured out 3 pours. One for myself, one for Dave Vogelsang, and one for this. So not only did he give the old Overholt, he gave a 2-ounce pour for the sample pack of 139 proof Stag. Nestor, thank you very, very much. I absolutely love when we get together and we get to share some pours and sometimes trade out some things. I just think it's super, super cool. And I absolutely appreciate when we have those opportunities. I hope you have safe travels, my friend. Next one, man, it's someone that's been a member of the channel for a long, long time. He's out there on the West Coast, Mark Gale. Mark, we've had some opportunities to talk a lot. He's on the lives a lot of times. We get to do a lot of things and stuff like that. And him and I have traded out some different pours. And he's just someone that I've just really enjoyed talking with. He's got great perspective on life. He's jovial. He's gone through a lot of stuff like some of us have, but he doesn't let it hold him down. And he keeps going. And he says, you know what? I really like this 2XO American Oak. And I'm like, he says, oh, I said, okay. He says, I want you to, he sent me money. And he says, buy this to give away for the 2000. I'm like, Mark, thank you very much. That's very generous. You see, this is, these are people that are just giving something hopefully to land up in someone else's hand that maybe brighten up their day. Kind of like paying it forward with bourbon, which I think is amazing. So Mark Gale, thank you very much for this bottle. I hope the weather out there in Southern California is nice and sunny. I know you guys have had a lot of rain lately. I'm hoping everyone out there is staying safe, but absolutely thrilled to have this in the 2000 giveaway. Thank you so much. Man, next bottle. Looking forward to this right here. So, Eagle Rare you cannot find in a lot of places. You'll be surprised at how many places that, we talk about in, whether it's a Discord or even in the comments. I can't find an Eagle Rare anywhere. I can't get this. I can't get that. And, I happen to be able to go to 13th Colony Distilleries, and I go there a lot. But I happen to go out there, and it happened to be a day when they were dropping a cask strength, and I got to meet somebody out there. His name's Kevin. And we were talking about, we just sat down at the bar, at 13th Colony, had some pours, happened to be there and got the cask strength rye, and we're just going over life. And he says, you know what, I got something for the channel. And I'm like, wow. And so he donated this bottle of Eagle Rare. Like I said, these last 3 bottles are all donated by you guys, for you guys, which I think is amazing. So Kevin, thank you so very, very much for this. I know that this is going to bring a smile to someone's face. It's, like I said, it's a bottle that's hard to find in certain places, and it'll find its meant home. Looking forward to that so very much. Next bottle literally came in about an hour and a half before I started recording this video. This is Thursday night. This will come out Friday at lunchtime. But, this is an early times bottle and bond. This is a quintessential, must have on your bar pour. It's a 100 proofer. It's got the great classic flavors for a bourbon. And, it's something that everyone that's getting into bourbon should have on their bar, so people can kind of understand this is kind of the roots of bourbon. This is the way it's supposed to be. Cuban Coyote donated this to the channel. It literally got here, like I said, about an hour and a half ago. thank you so very, very much for this. I think I saw a part of an email right before I started this that said, I know it's not super. I'm like, wait a second. You donated your time, your money, and your effort for this to get into somebody else's hands because you wanted to give something. Dude, that's amazing. I mean, that just that the fact that you donated your time, which is the most precious gift you got, and your money, which you had to use your time to give this forward to somebody. I said every one of these to me is just an amazing gift because of the generosity. Cuban Coyote, thank you very, very much. I mean, you guys, like I said, you just blow me away every time. And you talk about people that constantly blow you away with generosity. These two of these people right here, just, I mean, they're kind of like the pillars. I have like, three or four people that they just do so much. I'm like, I got to give, but they just keep giving me more and more. And they give to you guys so much. Elijah Craig C923. This is the 13-year, 133 proofer. Dave Vogelsang donated this to the channel so that one of you guys might have this. We know this is a hard one to hunt. It's a hard one to find. And now it's going to someone here for just being a member of the channel and for the great energy you guys put into the channel, for the great way you guys participate in the comments. And I love that. There's not arguing and bickering and whining and moaning. You guys just are uplifting. And Dave is one of the most generous people I've ever met in my life. You guys are some of the generous people. Dave, he does some amazing things, not just for me, but the entire community. And if you've been around the bourbon community long, you'll see how much he gives. It's crazy and incredible how much he gives. So Dave, thank you so very much for this. This Elijah Craig C923 is going to go to a great home. I feel like I'm trying to adopt bourbon out to people here, but it's going to go to a great home and they'll take great care of it, and it'll be a very loving why they take care of this one. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Dave. I truly, truly appreciate it. Talk about giving people, one of my cornerstones is Terrence Walker. He had long said, when I was, I think even before 1,000, he says, when you do something for 2,000 or whatever, I got a bottle I want to put in there. And this is a Four Roses. This is a store pick. This is an OBSK. It's 8 years, 9 months. It's 120.8 proof, so it's got some pop to it from Lucan's Wine and Spirit. These don't just sit on the shelves every day. These are hard to find. So when you get one of these like this, you're usually getting an exceptional pour. And, for Terrence to say, I want to make sure that somebody else gets to experience this. Like I said, everyone up here that's donated, it just shows how giving they are. Terrence, this is a fantastic bottle. I'm jealous that I don't get this bottle, but that's okay too, because somebody else is going to really enjoy this bottle and they're going to have a great time with it and they're going to make some memories. And hopefully they'll, in the back of their head, they'll think, you know what? Someone thought about me enough that they wanted me to have this bottle. So exceptional pour. Thank you very much for that, Terrence. Man, I'm running out of room up here. Last bottle. I'm not saying it's the best bottle or anything like that, because all of these have fantastic stories behind them. This is one that I had a part in. And this is this Stag Junior right here. And so, they don't have the juniors on them anymore. This is coming in at 130.2 proof. I can't remember if it's a 16 or 17. But this one right here had a story. So, much like some other people, sometimes they want to get me a bottle. Other times they want to say, hey, if you see a bottle in my area. This one came with no specific instructions. It was David Cook. And he said, you know what? I'm going to send you some money for a bottle for the giveaway. And this was months back. He says, I'm going to just send you some money. When you find the right bottle, grab it. And I'm like, okay. So, you know that I go to certain stores and I have point systems. This one was at Maple Party Shop. I love Matt and his crew out there. They always treat me great. And I said, you know what, Matt? I said, if I happen to have enough points for a stag, I'd like to get it for my 2,000 giveaway. And I earned enough points. I, spent a lot of time and money in there, but, he's very fair with this point system too. And I always tell him, if I haven't earned something, I don't want it, because I want everybody to have the same opportunities. But he says, you know what? You've earned enough points for a stag. I got this at MSRP with the money from David, and now this is going out to one of you. And I absolutely love it. I mean, there's 9 bottles up here. That's not including the sample pack. There's going to be 6 2-ounce pours in the sample pack. One of them is going to be that 139 proof stag that was a store pick that was also donated by Nestor. Looking forward to that, and I'm going to put some bangers in there. Still decide what I'm going to put in there, but I'll do a separate video about that. This is what's going to be in there, but I'm also going to donate a Blanton's Mini with the 6-pack as well. So you'll get 6-pack of 2-ounce pours, premium pours, plus you'll get a little Blanton's Mini to go with it. So I think that'll be really cool as well. So I don't want to make things easy. I want you guys have to think about it a little bit. I mean, so some of these bottles and some of the options are going to be tough. But you know what? I think that they're all going to have an amazing home. I think you guys are going to have a blast with this. I know I can't wait to get to it. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, we're over a week away, and I already want to get it done. It's like Christmas. I want to give out the gifts and see everyone's eyes. But, most importantly, I am so thankful. You guys are just amazing people, such generous people, and I am so blessed to have you guys a part of this channel, a part of my life. I know a lot of working today. A lot of people's days are ending on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. Going to go visit my daughter, go have a good time with the grandboys, and just unwind for a day, do some cooking and hanging out with them and going to the park and stuff. That's all I want to do. Just want to hang out with them. Some of us will be working on weekends and nights. Some of you guys are always on call. Our American military, first responders, our truck, like I said, I put in our truck drivers, our farmers, people that work nights and weekends to keep things going for us. The restaurant business, all the servers, things like that. There's so much that goes into keeping this country going. And I thank you all for that. But I do hope your work days go by fast, and I hope you're successful at everything you do. Man, and when that time gets off, I hope that time just slows down for you. You share a nice pour with a friend. You maybe watch some silly bald guy in a crazy shirt talk about bourbon for a little bit. Oh, yeah. And by the way, the key phrase, if you see the cat on here, that's my son's cat, Nugget. Put Nugget in the key phrases in there. That way you win. But I hope that time slows down for you. I hope you hang out with your animals or your friends that are animals, all that good stuff. But I hope that you make good memories. So when you are working, you have something to lean on. You have that great foundation, because you know what? We work to live. We don't live to work. But we want to be successful in the things that we do. That time slow down a little bit. But most importantly is you guys show me every day that I have so much to be grateful and thankful for. Cheers and God bless. You all have an amazing day.